Right. Hello and welcome to our very first episode of Darkside and Offside with me, Connor Morgan. I'm also joined by my co-host, Rob Morgan. We're also known as Dee Walker and Robert Edward Lynn Morgan. Before I introduce our guests, I'd like to say a quick thank you to Discreet for letting us use your music as our intro tune. So much appreciated. So without further ado, let's introduce our guests. For our very first episode, we've got special guests, close friends. Up first, we have Mr. Morgan Lewis, or he's known as The Bean. And we also have Mr. Tomas Roberts, who is known as, you haven't got a nickname, Tom, have you? That's so boring you are.
I'm Iceman. Hold on now. Let's clarify. Rob, give me the nickname Iceman. You give me the nickname Iceman yourself.
Yeah, that would be fair. Yeah.
I was only joking anyway, but only joking. So, how are you both doing? How's lockdown treating you? Tom, start with you, but.
It's had enough now, innit? I mean, it's nearly come up to a year now. You can see how long my hair is. That's the last time I had it cut, was when we first went into lockdown.
Yeah.
But, it's about time I just want to get out now. Back in the pubs, back on holidays, back enjoying life again.
Have you been keeping busy?
Yeah, I've got a new job in lockdown, and I work a funny array of shifts with that, so it keeps me entertained most of it. Trying to do a gym and a bit of running, but not as much as I'd like to do.
And what about you, Bean? I know you're into your cod and into your walking your dog. Anything else you're doing?
Well, not much, but it's like Thomas, try to keep fit for the season, but we don't know when that's going to start. But no, not been up to much. Working a lot of overtime, trying to get in, but no, I just want everything back to normal. I just want to see boys on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I'd be looking forward to that. Saturdays for the games, but no.
Fridays on the bog.
Fridays down the bog, indeed.
Hey boys, I just wanted to ask you before we go on. How's your shoulder been?
Yeah, it's right now. I think I'm trying to do a bit more gym there and trying to work it back to strength a bit more, but hopefully be ready now for the season to come.
How about you, happy Tom?
Get it better. I'm trying to stretch now. I am going to start yoga eventually. I think I'm going to have to. But
it's always getting better, isn't it? It's always getting better.
I think it'll never be the same now. But I'm constantly running 75%. That's my max pace now. But you got to live with it, haven't you?
He was always running that anyway, Tom, wasn't he?
That's his excuse,
Yeah. Right, guys, I'd like to take it back now from the very beginning, where you both started playing rugby and where. So, Tom, I'd like to start with you. Where did you first start? Yeah. Where did you play?
I started, I think it was under 7s or under 8s. Started with Gilbert, and I've just been with the same team since. Like, I was lucky enough. My father was a coach from under 8s, under 7s. I think it was Lance Gibbons who started the team with Jared and Corey Webber. And then he asked my father to come along, and I went along with him, and I've played ever since. Back on the city field when we start training days. Did we have? I think it was either a wing or I can't remember if we had second rows to start.
So then there wasn't probably much position. You probably have a position end, did it?
No, oh yeah, you wouldn't have a position end, would you? Yeah, that's true. It's like tag and touch. No, but as soon as the scrum formed, I was in the second row, probably the shortest second row I ever played. But again, I just knew the way of being built up before we added back rows, and then obviously when we got 8 people into a scrum, I started to play open side, and that's quite frankly been my favourite position since, even though I don't get to play it now.
He was open side until you got to youth. We played a bit in youth as well, didn't you?
First year of youth was when I started playing inside centre a bit. Yeah, first 2 games I played back row. I can bet we had plenty of forwards and low amount of backs. So we lost a player in the first game, and I jumped into centre for the second half, I think, and then from there I started playing centre. I played 12 then, all the way through, up until seniors, and then that's when I started mixing with outside half as well.
Yeah, so Dean, what about you?
Started off like as a 12. You imagine like me as a 12. Like, yeah, I started off there, played there for a good 2-3 years, and then big short ball centre, yeah. And I started balling these bloody headers, and all Jared, all them. And I thought, I'd always stay at Ton, and come up, yeah, come trade in with us. We need to fill in for us here and there. I said, yeah, I got it, boys. I'll help out. And before I knew it, I was signing on the dotted line, wasn't I?
So obviously,
So
boys,
start.
bit of a silly question, but how is rugby going for you at the moment?
Missing it big time, but definitely.
Massively missing it.
It's like, until it's gone, you don't know what it was, do you? Like, how much it meant to you. It's a big part of your life, isn't it?
It's been nearly a year, boys, isn't it? It's been nearly a year now since we played.
I miss Saturday morning. I miss. So like when you're getting those like jitters and that, you got all your stash on ready for a game and that. I miss that. I do massively. Like,
yeah. Build up. But
yeah, it's good.
It will come back, boys, but I can't see it now happening until. I see us training until July earliest, and I can't see us playing until September, boys.
Jack will play start the season like, or is it just friendlies towards the end of the year?
Well, this season, you mean?
Yeah. Well.
I can't
in September now coming.
Because they were talking about the WRU was talking about friendlies in May, June. I can't see that happening. I think we might start training in July, and then we'll have pre-season, obviously, and I think we'll start playing rugby in September, boys. And I think we hope, and fingers crossed, we'll go back to normal.
Fingers crossed, then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is this going to be like a normal start to the season, and then it's going to be pre-season July, and then we're going to have the friendlies in August, and then hopefully go back to normal in September then. So anyway, boys, moving on to everyday news. So on this part of the podcast, we talk about something that's happened in the news in the recent week. So a big talk around the vaccine at the moment. I don't want to touch on it too much because of lockdown, everyone's fed up with it. But I just want to have your thoughts on like the vaccines. Do you think that, they're getting carried out, quickly and efficiently? And do you think that, everyone will have it by like a certain point? So what do you think, Tom?
I hope everyone's had it by a certain point. I done that. You got that Omni calculator, is it? And apparently I should have the first vaccine by start of June. But you never know what's really happening with them. I'd like to think we'd have it by June, and then hopefully things will open up a bit more in the summer. But I can't say.
Yeah,
well, they're on course. They're on course for that, but it depends on the supplies, isn't it? If we get enough supply, I think most of the UK will have their first vaccine by July. But it just depends really on the supply.
Yeah, I think we need it, don't we? I think we've all had enough now. We just need to get out and get life back to normal, don't we?
Yeah,
well,
apparently, 655,000 people in Wales have already had it.
Wow.
It's quite a big number, isn't it? That quite shocked me, to be honest.
What's the population, like 3.5 million, is it? Or was it more?
Yeah,
it's like 20%. Something like 20%. Yeah, isn't it?
But I think the UK will, if they target by Monday. They were targeting 15 million, were they? Or 16 million by Monday? I think they could probably going to reach about 17 million.
That's good, that is it, right?
Yeah.
More the better.
Yeah.
Right, okay, you guys. So I just want to move on now to rugby news, right? And that'll be for the last week. But this one's a bit old news. It's about 2 weeks old. What do you think about Roger Tuivasa-Scheck moving to Rugby Union then?
That's quality. I can't wait.
The Blues.
It's actually goes to Blues, yeah. Come on. No, he's quality. His feet are unreal, and you gotta agree. Like this.
Oh yeah, he could
What?
sidestep Connor in a Sula bin, couldn't he?
That wouldn't be hard, would it, Rob? It wouldn't be hard.
I could sidestep Connor in a Sula bin.
Work for Johnny, wasn't it?
No, I think I think the All Blacks are obviously looking at him. They're looking at him already.
Yeah.
And
What position would you play him on? Because I mean, like some players have tried making the transition, haven't they? Like Falau's made the transition. He came from AFL and NRL, didn't he? And he sort of fitted in fine, come off the blocks, run in. But Benji Marshall came across and couldn't get into the game, could he?
no,
He's got to be 13. Got to be 13.
I think it'd be wing.
I think wing.
Do you reckon?
I think wing.
The way the All Blacks play, they bring the wingers in all the time, do they? All they moves go the wingers. So I think you will be playing wing.
Have you seen the montage on YouTube of him and Sean Johnson? And like
Yeah.
majority of like Tuivasa-Scheck's tries is him sidestepping on like the wing and like, you know,
And going for the corner.
yeah, no space whatsoever. So imagine what he's got with a little bit of space in Union, like, so it'd be interesting.
Quality, only quality.
Yeah, he is a talent.
Boys, watch his space. Watch his space. You know, if he's playing well and he's playing for the All Blacks, God help the rest of us.
If he's trading for Gilvach now, Rob, where are you starting him?
Well, let's start then.
Yeah.
You won't get in, man.
Fair enough.
He's 13, isn't he? He's not again 13, is he?
Fucking fair enough, I was Rob. I'm gonna knock you away, like. I won't argue with that, Rob.
I'll have that 20 quid off you next time I see you.
Yeah, give it to him.
Let's move on to the head-to-head part of the show, boys. So this part of the episode is where I'll ask you boys who they feel is best suited to the question. And then obviously you've got to answer, okay? So Tom, you will go first and then Beam straight after, okay? So here we go. Who is the best dressed?
Bean's got to be no.
I would say Tom. Not now, anyway, yeah.
Okay, who's the best dancer?
Me.
That's
me.
I'll give it
all day.
I'll give it.
I'm the best dancer. Right, who is more injury prone?
That's me.
Tomas.
That's me all over.
Tomas.
That's me all over.
Tomas.
Who's the fastest?
Me.
That's Bean, yeah.
Yeah, because we're 75%, see, Tom and now. So
I can't give 100. I can't give 100.
Who stays the longest in the shower after games?
Maybe.
Tomas, I reckon.
Yeah.
Me?
I say it's Bean. He's got a lot to wash for me, you know?
yeah, it's Bean.
You got that in you, man.
It's like washing an extra guy. Who's the funniest?
I'm hilarious.
Tom, is it?
It's gotta be him. That's a fucking joke, yeah, with that fucking joke. Give it to him, that
joke
fucking
is the
joke.
best. The muffin joke's the best.
Who can drink the most on a night out?
Oh, that's me.
Nah. We've been through it plenty of times.
I think we test it every time we go
we
out.
constantly drink
we don't even
together
get
and we just forget by the time.
Okay.
All right,
who's the most vain?
Bean.
Yeah.
Look at that haircut, man. Look at that haircut.
Oh, slick. Who's the hardest?
Go on, Bean, you go first, bud.
Hardest. Throw.
All right, then who's the hardest in the boys' changing rooms?
Rob.
Not me.
Rob.
Rob.
Who's the better rugby player?
Thomas.
No, I got Bean.
Thomas, easy.
No. Bean.
Yeah, gotta be better. Easy.
Fair play, boys. Very modest there. I like that one. Good answer.
Nice, boys. Nice. Right. We're going quick fire now, right? So I'll ask you 10 questions, and I want the first answer that pops into your head. All right. So
I'm
again,
shocking.
I'll start with Tom, and then I'll go across the bean then. All right. So Tom, if you could play another sport, what would it be?
Skiing.
Bean?
Downhill skiing. What's it called? That's the one.
Oh god.
Bean, what about you, bud?
It's got to be football, hasn't it? It's got to be. Kidding.
Shot me with that one. I thought you'd say golf.
No, got to be football. But
Right. If you was in a film, what actor would play you?
Tom Cruise.
I agree with
Bean?
that. Athletic Ron
so
Weasley.
Jason Statham probably. Jason probably if he was ginger.
Your favourite word?
Moist.
Bean?
Fuck Rose. Fuck, I don't know. I'd probably say fuck. I just say it in between every sentence, like just to fill a gap. But yeah, fuck.
Right. Your least favourite word?
Least favourite word.
Favorite word? I don't know. Piano. You caught me off guard now.
I was asked before what was my least favourite word. Fuck no. No.
No. All right. Your best rugby memory?
Fuck no.
Oh, it's tough. It's a tough one between winning the league or youth cup final.
Yeah.
Doing it
both
all with your
crack-
mates. Good feeling.
Both crackers, but Bean?
Gotta agree with that. Gotta agree with that. Like when I don't know, top bit. Like winning a league was quality. That was probably up there. Loved that season. Loved it throughout. Like
Yeah.
so, yeah, probably win the league for me.
Sweet. You're stranded on desert island. What 3 items you taking?
Genie's lamp for as many wishes as I want.
You only know 3.
Right, but when he's on the third one, you've got a third one, he goes, "Can I have 3 more wishes, please?"
No, I don't know. Flare gun, an actual gun, and a water distiller.
How practical are you?
Go it's fine.
I don't know. Take a tent, a machete, and create a cause.
Oh,
Love that. Love
Nice.
that. Favorite movie?
Top Gun.
Step Brothers all day.
Yeah.
Funniest film out there.
Both good choices there, boys. Your first thing you'd buy if you won the lottery?
Airplane.
So boat, like a big fuck off boat.
Favorite TikTok, Vine, or meme?
Oh, it's got to be what was that old Vine with the
Oh,
tea party? Fuck your tea party. That one.
well, I don't know. Probably that free Shavaka do line, that's called. Yeah.
you have a demonstration?
No, I'm really not doing that. You do it, you know it. Go on, get it. You know it, come on.
Freesha Vakadu.
What's your favourite then, Con? I know you like it.
Yeah. Go on.
Chickens. Right, and then the last one, boys. If you had one meal before death, what would it be?
Oh.
Go in depth about it, Tom. Go on. Go in depth about it.
Gotta have like medium. Is there a shampoir? What's that? That's a nice steak, fillet steak. Is there a shampoir? Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Something like that. Medium shampoir, parmesan. What's it? Chateaubriand. Something like that. Medium one of them, right? Parmesan cheese. Oh, potato waffles on the
Little
side.
voice in the background there.
And what do they have? Some asparagus with it as well. No. Yeah, no, I just go like one of them. And a mango as well. Got a mango.
Nice. Bean?
What, we talk like one meal or we talk like 3 meals?
No, one meal.
One meal. One. Duh. Probably all the fucking trimmings. I'd be my last.
Fair.
Nice. Right, now moving on to joke versus joke. This section of the podcast, I'll say a joke, then Tom will say a joke, and then Bean will say a joke, and then Rob will vote which one is the best. So I'll start us off. So boys, what type of fish can't swim? Dead ones. What?
Go on, Iceman. What's that about?
So there's 2 muffins in an oven, right? And obviously it's hot because it's an oven and it's turned on. So one muffin goes, yeah, it's hot in here, isn't it? What does the other muffin say? Fucking hell, it's a talking muffin.
Classic. Come on, Bean. Show us what you got.
Right. What's the difference between a lentil and a chickpea?
Dunno,
I wouldn't pay £200 to have a lentil on my face.
Well, boys, fair play. 3 pretty good jokes there. But the one that made me laugh the most, and the way he delivered it, was Tomas, Iceman.
Fuck off.
Thank you, Rob.
Can't stop laughing. It's brilliant.
Fuck off.
Made my day. You were just going Bean, but Tomas,
Rob.
he just edged to. Right then, guys, let's move on to the last part of the show. And let's talk Six Nations. So let's talk about last weekend. And don't even want to talk about the France and Italy match because France smashed them. Let's talk about Scotland and England, where Scotland were outstanding, really. What do you think, Buzz?
Yeah, love to see it down in Twickenham as well, in their own ground. I think Scotland's performance is outstanding. They sort of just kept the ball and just played.
Quality,
you can see there's a lot more passion in the Scottish side.
Yeah, I think they coach really well. I think Gregor Townsend is a really, really good coach.
Yeah.
He's been a good few years now, and what he's done with that team, I think, is brilliant. And he has got some good players, boys. I mean, let's be honest. Hamish Watson is absolutely class.
Yeah, there's a few.
Seems like they're all just coming together now, don't they? They all seem like they're just like gelling together and It showed,
And look at the set piece, boys. I mean,
Scotland.
England usually dominate teams with a set piece, and
Yeah.
Scotland more mastered the line out and stole some of their line outs. They had parity in the scrum as well, and they just defended for their lives. And they did play a bit of rugby, boys, but England just didn't have the answers. You know, I think they're picking players who were not on form.
No, it's like the same as
the English boys, I didn't know.
Yeah. I think there's a lot of players who could come into that English team, definitely.
Yeah, like Billy Villapolo, apparently he played for 65 minutes last week. I thought, well, I didn't see him at all. Like,
no. It's not usually a name who gets taken off, is he? Billy Villapolo, like.
The depth of squad they got is unreal, isn't it? The boys they can bring through, and they just seem to be picking the same faces week in, week out. Like.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've got Vinopola. Sam Simmons for Exeter at the moment is on fire. I mean, I think he would give him a chance, but there you are. What do we know now? Eddie Jones is he's a very good coach. I suppose he just wants to stick with the players he got at the moment. So let's move on to Wales and Ireland on Sunday, boys. It was a tight match, but I thought, I wouldn't say he was lucky, but the match wasn't the most entertaining match in the world. In the world, put it that way. What do you think, Tom? What do you think of that match?
Wales haven't played the most entertaining rugby for a full game for a while, I think. But it's the argument of if Ireland stayed with 15, would they have beat us? You don't know, because it's like a butterfly effect. If they didn't get a red card, we might have played a completely different game. You don't know. Well, it was well-deserved red card. I mean, you can't go into a ruck and just smash someone in the face anymore.
No, and I think he had plenty of time to pull out the bit. You could have just rested his hands on him. It was a red card all day, really.
Yeah.
Not really needed, is it, at all?
No, it was just pointless.
Came out favour, didn't it?
No.
But I thought the front row boys were outstanding.
Yeah. Big boost of confidence.
Around the field and the scrums, they were brilliant. Fair play to them. They were playing.
Ken Owens haven't played, have he? And then he put 80 minutes in, and you can still see him making positive tackles 80 minutes into the game.
Yeah.
Outstanding. Alan Wynne done the same. He haven't played much. He put in a big shift.
Yeah, I thought scrums went well as well, but the only thing is our lineouts. We did lose a few lineouts. That was a disappointing thing.
Yeah, but
last year, second guessing us and getting it before us on our own ball. It's crazy, It's
a positive. Well, last year we were losing lineouts from our own mistakes, but this game just gone, we lost lineouts from Ireland beating us, so it's a positive. I take from you.
I did see in the week that 5 Welsh boys were the top tacklers for the whole Six Nations last weekend. So that just clearly shows how much ball that we didn't have at all. And we was down. Ireland was down 14 minutes.
It's crazy. Shouldn't we get them stats with up against 14 men, or so we should be breaking lines left, right, and centre like that.
You want to be taking advantage, don't you?
We broke the line. I think up to the 70th minute, we broke the line once. And that was for the try. So
got to capitalise on that now.
Yeah. Well, okay, guys, let's move on to this weekend. Predictions. So let's go with Italy v England.
England plus 40 is got to be over there.
Yeah, around that mark, definitely.
It's got to be over there.
Yeah, I agree.
And me, guys, I agree with that too. What do you think about Scotland and Wales?
I think Scotland's had their day. They won't beat us now.
Yeah, I think Wales between 6 or 10 like that. I think they'll do one.
I got Wales down for 26, Scotland 22.
I disagree, boys. I think Scotland will beat us. I think they will. Sunday's game, then, boys. Ireland v France. I think it's over in Dublin. Predictions for that?
I think France will pull it off. I think they're a strong team contending for the Grand Slam Six Nations this year. See, what's his name? Dupont's playing outstanding at scrum half. He's on fire.
One hell of a player.
Yeah.
No, I think it's a tough call, but too good, very good. But I think the defense, like France, get the win.
Yeah, I think France too strong, just all round now with Sean Edwards there as well. So I think France 24, Ireland 12.
I disagree again, boys. I think Ireland will do it. I think it'll be an arm wrestle, and Ireland will be desperate for a win. I think it'll be a close match, but I think Ireland will edge it, boys. I really do. Right then, guys. That was the last part of the show, so we've come to the end. It's been a great show. Really enjoyed it. Had a really good laugh. This has been Darkside and Offside. This has been your host, Rob Morgan and Connor Morgan. And I'd like to thank Bean, Morgan Lewis, and Tom Roberts, Mr. Iceman.
Thank you.
And,
Cheers for having us, boys.
Yeah, we'll be back next week with another episode. Please give us a follow and subscribe, and leave any comments down below. And we'll be here next week. So thank you very much.
Yep. Hope you enjoyed, guys.
Have a good one, boys.
Take care. Goodbye.
Awesome.
Cheers for now.
Cheers, boys. Thank you.